All right. Well, why don't we dive into the Capcom Cup show?
Yes.
Yes.
The show that broke the megas.
That show was the reason that I like still to this day, but for a while, like I just never got involved with like Twitch, like watching Twitch streams or any of that stuff. I was just kind of like, the people in those chat channels are terrible.
So I don't know what the Capcom Cup is. Can you be so kind as to explain what that is?
I remember meeting about it at band practice. Like we were practicing for another show, or we were getting together regularly in the rehearsal space, and whoever was in charge, it was either Brian or Eric, I think, but they were basically like, so the Capcom has approached us to play their Capcom Cup, which is a tournament for Street Fighter. I think it was specifically Street Fighter 4.
It was, yeah, I think it was 4 at the time, because I think they played the trailer for 5. They like debuted the trailer for it at that one.
Okay.
But at that time it was 4.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the Street Fighter 4 World Championships, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or at least Capcom's version of that.
And it was at, it was in San Francisco.
It was at the Warfield.
Oh, yeah.
Which was a really cool, like, old venue. Like, it had, like, balconies. Like, it was like a real theater with, like, 2 levels of seats.
Oh, that's cool.
I remember sitting up in, like, the mezzanine watching the tournament after we were shamed on the stage.
Yeah. So, I do remember we were in the practice space, and essentially Capcom came to us. They're like, we want you to play, you're a video game band, we want you to play our Capcom Cup. You play songs from one of our Capcom games, Mega Man. And we're like, that's cool. We don't play any Street Fighter songs. What are we going to do? And I think we were like, I don't know if we want to. We play Mega Man songs. We don't really have anything prepared. And then, Brian or Eric go and leave, and then came back next practice like, okay, so they offered more money. They want us to do the show. And we're like, wow, okay, and it was like,
yeah, they want us to do the show, and it definitely needs Street Fighter songs in it.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was like, it had to be Street Fighter, and they were going to pay us a good amount of money. It was enough that we were like, we can't say no to this, and so we were like, what are we going to do? And so we did it, and we had to learn Street Fighter 2 songs, and we were like, man, wouldn't that be rad if we could get lyrics to these in time? But like the show was coming up pretty quickly. I don't think that was possible.
Yeah, it was like right away it was clear that we were only going to be able to do instrumentals of the songs, and yeah,
and then sprinkle in a few of ours, right? I think that's what we did.
I think we basically like opened with like a couple Street Fighter instrumentals, and then we were like, and then here's some Mega Man stuff. That's Capcom 2, right, guys? And like the reaction to it was just like, why is this happening?
Yeah, the audience was just like dead quiet. Everyone's there to watch, a couple of nerds play Street Fighter, and it was a great tournament. Like backstage, we were all like yelling because it was really fun to watch. But like that's what everybody paid for. They just wanted to watch the game. And for some reason, Capcom, and it's like no fault of theirs, it was a live show. They thought it would be cool if while they were setting up between matches, they would have a live band play. And we were the house band along with, I think A-Rival was there too, yeah?
A-Rival, yeah.
A-Rival was there.
He was DJing up in one of the booths.
Yeah.
Like in the balcony or whatever.
Yeah, so he would play some songs, and then they do a match, and then we would play some songs, and then they would do a match, and that was kind of like the live show. And so they just streamed that live. They thought that would be great, and I don't think, you know, I thought they would enjoy it a little bit, but I think our mistake was when we went backstage, like we were like, man, they were quiet, and we went backstage and Greg is like, let's check Twitter.
Oh no.
No, I think it was Twitch, because like it was streaming on Twitch, so it was like let's go check in.
There was definitely like a live
like I think
a live comment.
It was like,
feed,
let's see how it sounded on the.
You were reading it off. It was just awful.
Do you remember at all some of the comments, or like a rough, like what people were saying?
I remember somebody called a rival DJ iPad, because he was just like, they were like, oh, he's not even doing anything, he's just pushing play on a iPad or whatever. I don't remember what they said about us other than like, why is this happening?
No.
But I do remember I popped in there to just kind of like see like, oh, like how does it sound on the stream and stuff, and then it was like, oh, like we're totally getting roasted in the comments. And then I was like, I think I told Eric or somebody like, let's make sure Josh doesn't see this, because we have to go out there and play more songs.
No, this is what happened. This is what happened. I remember the order. We went out there, we played some songs, and then we came backstage because there was a few songs, come back, play a few, come back.
Yeah.
We played a few first time, and we came back, and we're like, wow, they're quiet. And somebody read the comments. Instead, and we're like, oh, they hate us. Oh, they're mad. Why? And I remember some people were like, I want them to die. Like, it was like real aggressive. And then, we come out, so we go out, we play the second time. And then we come back on stage, and Brian goes, all right, guys. He's like, the energy definitely took a dip. Because we basically came out on stage the second time after we read the comments, and we're like, my name is Mega Man. And I think even
we'll
Eric...
hurry off the stage for everybody, guys.
I think Eric introduced the second one. He's like, hey, guys, we're going to be really quick. We only got 2 songs, and then we're going to go. Like, you only have to suffer through us. It was like, first we apologized, then we played 2 or 3 songs, and then we left, and we're just like, and Brian's like, guys, come on, smile a little bit, get in there,
Like, wait, Brian, did you miss that we were reading how much everyone hates us on here?
Was anyone from Capcom that like got you guys there? Did anyone talk to you that night about the show or anything, or like you guys just showed up, you played, and then you like got out of there as soon as possible?
I remember we went to an after party afterwards that was at like a arcade bar restaurant type thing, and we were talking to a rival about his, because he had basically the same experience, and we were just kind of like patting each other on the back like, it's okay, it wasn't that we were bad, it was that they just wanted to see other stuff, and we were in the way of that. And so we were kind of like consoling each other. And I remember like somebody, I think the guy that booked us was there, and he was like, no, that was great. And like, he was totally cool about it. And then Eric was talking to him about like, oh yeah, we should play next year and do this and that. And he was like, oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
I do remember the after party. I forgot they had a bunch of, there was some like food or drinks or something, and then around there was video games everywhere, and they had like Rock Band and Guitar Hero or something set up on multiple screens, and we took over. I remember every time we'd come over to try to get in line, people would be like, oh, it's the band, like like, great, what are you gonna sing good, like, I just wanted to sing a couple songs, man. Like, you know, we're coming in, ticka, 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 you know.
I wonder why they were so closed off from it. Because you said it was in between, like, people playing, right? Or was it during people playing, or?
I think it was like between rounds, like they'd have a few matches, and then while they got ready for the next round to start,
I mean, in
they would.
concept, I feel like it sounds like a good idea to have like entertainment in between. I'm just wondering why they were so hostile.
I was thinking, like, it seems like it is a great concept for like a live show, if you're signing up to see like live music and a game like that. It does sound like a fun time. But I think in the past, I don't know for sure, but I think in the previous years it had just been a tournament back and forth. And I remember some of the conversation was like, these guys are keeping me from watching other rounds. Like, this is a 2-hour show. Why is it filled with music? It's taking away, you know, more matches is what they wanted. And so I think that was a lot of the hostility, was like, kill these guys for taking away Street Fighter tournaments. That's what I paid my ticket for. F these guys. You know, I think that was a lot of the vitriol we were dealing with.
Well, and I think too, it's like that was the first time, and I guess probably the only time that we've like played a show in front of people that like weren't there for like a video game music show and did not care about us at all. Like they were just coming in cold, and we were playing stuff from while it was a Capcom game, was not a fighting game, was not, you know, related. And then the stuff that we were playing was the Street Fighter stuff, which like I think I liked the Street Fighter stuff that we played, but like we're not like an instrumental band, and there's a lot of video game bands that play just instrumental covers, and they're like really good at their instruments and like just play them extremely well, and like that's kind of not our lane. So I think that was part of it too. Like I don't think we were botching the Street Fighter songs. We were just kind of like, you know, like here it is. Like,
yeah, is this what you want?
Yeah, like it wasn't our thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think if we got to spread our love on it, like we got to write lyrics and arrange it like we do with other songs, which was because while we were playing them, we're like, oh, we could totally come up with songs, and we kind of played with the idea for a minute, but I don't think we didn't use any energy for that. We just went and recorded other songs instead.
The upside is we did end up playing some of those Street Fighter songs again at a Magfest in front of people that did like us.
Yeah.
And
redemption.
They went over well. Yeah, like they went over well there. It was like, okay, like we played the song right? Like that was cool. And like we had like video.
It's like, oh,
like
it's not
us,
it's
them.
Yeah,
and one of my favorite things from a Magfest was when we did the Balrog song, and then we had the video of Balrog defeated, and then you put in the coin and the countdown stops, and then it was Hardman, and we went into Hardman and did like the Hardman song. That was something cool that came out of it, at least. So it wasn't like, oh, we spent all this time like working on these songs and then everyone hated them and we never played them again. Like at least we got to use them a couple more times.
doing during that song is instantly epic. Yeah. So there's a little Street Fighter for you.
I don't know what the Capcom Cup one is going to end on. Sadness.
Yeah. Yeah. The show that broke the megas.
Yeah. Like, have you ever watched All Games Done Quick on Twitch? So it's like they do it at it doesn't have anything to do with Magfest, but coincidentally, it's always basically the week after Magfest. And it's like a week long of people speed running games for charity. And so there's all these different games in there and different speed runners for each one. And they have like they go back to the studio and, talk about how much money they've raised and what the prize tiers are if you donate certain amounts. And it's a real professional operation. But I always heard about after Magfest, people were like, oh, at least like AGDQ is after Magfest, so I can like watch that for the next week and not feel as sad about Magfest being over. So I finally like watched a good amount of it this year. Like I just kind of like kept having it on in the background. And it was like the first time I'd really like watched a lot of Twitch, because the Capcom Cup made me like, I hate Twitch and I hate everything about it. And then like in that All Games Done Quick stream, everyone in the comments is like so positive and supporting of like everyone involved in the whole thing. Like some speedrunner botches some stuff and like everybody's like just throwing their like, oh yeah, keep at it, and like they're so supportive. And somebody's like, real camera shy or whatever, and everyone's just like, oh, you're doing great. And I'm just like, what is this? If only we could have this version of Twitch comments when we were playing the Capcom Cup. Like, just keep plugging away, guys. The songs are really cool.
Good songs. Good songs.
Nice effort on Cammy there. That was valiant.
I think that's what they meant, but it isn't what they said.
No.